On this episode of Formula World, Verstappen concerned about next season. No major upgrade for Red Bull. Will Alonso switch to Indy, Ferrari or retire? The only thing that remains at McLaren is its name. Hi and welcome to Formula World, where you get all the latest news in the world of Formula 1. First up, Verstappen concerned about future. Following the news that Renault will not be bringing any major upgrade to the Red Bull power unit until 2018, combined with his already rough start to the year that he himself has called completely crap, Max Verstappen is fearful of enduring another year of the same. In an interview after the Canadian Grand Prix, which saw him retire after 10 laps due to a loss of power, Verstappen had no problem venting his frustrations to the media. "I could have finished second or third if things turned out a little bit less for me. It's completely crap, really. I want to win. I think the team is able to do this, absolutely. You can see that the car has improved a lot, but now the power has to arrive as well. But this year nothing is coming, as you've probably read, so I'm concerned about that. They did promise this, but in the end little has arrived in terms of updates this year. That's very disappointing, and I'm concerned about next year." Team boss Christian Horner didn't blame the young driver for his frustration. He knows how hard the team is pushing to make the car better. He'll see the big picture. "We were racing against a Mercedes in Canada and we beat Ferrari. Max hasn't had the result, but it's still a long season. His time will come." With no wins so far in 2017 for Red Bull and Verstappen retiring from 3 of the first 7 races, when asked about his expectations for next round's Grand Prix in Baku, Verstappen had the following to say: "I don't care too much. The whole season has already been crap. This year we wanted to go for the title as a team, but we are far away from that." No major upgrade for Red Bull. Given the news that no major upgrades will be delivered to Red Bull for this year, Renault boss Cyril Abiteboul did, however, confirm there will be incremental improvements to the power unit at each race, and claims that Renault never made a promise to deliver a major upgrade this year. It was Red Bull who said that there would be an upgrade in Baku. There are upgrades permanently. Every single race we are making some small improvements. Last year we created a huge expectation and we came with an upgrade that had a big impact. But we can't repeat that every year. Now it is all about constant improvements, which overall will make a difference, but there is no magic bullet. Every race the engine will become more and more reliable. Frankly, the next big upgrade will be next year. Then there will be a completely new concept. That will make a difference, but as I said, 2018. Alonso to retire, go to Indy or Ferrari? Fernando Alonso's future is uncertain given another lackluster year at McLaren. This is Alonso's worst start to a world championship in his 16-year career. Given his potentially limited options, people have begun to speculate which direction he will take for 2018. Felipe Massa, who was Alonso's teammate at Ferrari, thinks the Spaniard might retire altogether. I think it depends on a lot of things, but if you're not having a good time, it's best to leave. He does not seem to be enjoying much right now, so maybe he will. Maybe he will go to another team or take on other challenges outside of Formula 1. It's something we don't know. Former F1 driver and fellow Spanish countryman Pedro de la Rosa, who also worked alongside Alonso at Ferrari as a test driver, admitted that Alonso's options for 2018 are limited and doesn't believe a return to Ferrari is on the cards. "I am nobody to judge, but what I can say is that he had to leave Ferrari. That he should then go on to McLaren, I cannot judge. But living what I lived in Ferrari, it was impossible for both parties. I have no idea where Fernando can go and if Ferrari is an option. I think it's early to think about it, and I still see Fernando focus on the McLaren-Honda project. Was it a mistake to join McLaren is a question only he can answer, and knowing him, someday he will." Amidst all the speculation about his future, Alonso himself has not ruled any options out. When asked if he was interested in switching to IndyCar full-time, he had this to say: "Why not? I'm very open to anything. I would be lying if I told you I know what would happen next year." The only thing remaining at McLaren is its name. Pedro Della Rosa also believes that the only thing that remains the same at McLaren is the name. I don't know the current McLaren very much. There are still fantastic people and I still have friends, but 80% of the people with whom I had the privilege of working at McLaren are now at Mercedes or Red Bull or Ferrari. The McLaren today with Honda, I cannot say anything because I do not know anyone, but the only thing that remains is the name. That's all for this episode. What will Alonso do next year? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, please be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.